Hey, how y'all doing? Oops, tripping on stuff. This is a pot, nice big rectangle bonsai pot I made on a round table top right here. It's a little bit too big for this table, so I had to lay something on here to increase my width of my table, so you can see the difference in the gap right here. Got a piece of plastic that overhung by just enough to where I could run my shaving blade around it, and everything's all down, it's dried, it's not completely cured. You can see on the bottom, I did not video this one because I knew it would be a really long video. Making this took, look, you see that bag down there? It took a whole bag and a half or a bag and a quarter of sand to make my form to make this. So I got my 2 drain holes and I got 6 tie down holes for bonsai tree. Got some chunks of my sand. And I've sanded it. I probably want to sand it a little bit more. Just use some, I use some 80 grit. I'm not going to try to get it perfect because you just can't make it perfect. I guess you could, but I'm not going to. Because once I put a plant in there, I'll probably never pay attention to that pot again. As long as the plant's doing well. Maybe even since it's raw concrete, it'll get a little moss growing on it. So let's go take a look at some stuff outside. I'll take you right out here. It's bright, crazy bright sunshine. It's the one I did the other day for the $50 bonsai challenge. Been several days, it's still alive. This one right here is confusing me. It's I've lost a lot of leaves on it. I don't have the name of it. I can't remember what the name was, but I'm gonna have to look it up and find out the proper way to work it. All right, so I'm gonna cover the camera a little bit. The sun's crazy right now. This is from, it got too much or not enough water, and then I probably overwatered it, choked it to death. From what I hear, that you have to wait until those leaves fall off and get replaced with new leaves if your plant doesn't die. Let's go over here and look at the bonsai pot collection. Here's a unique shape that I did. That one's pretty cool. And this one, I just kind of rounded the corners off on it. And of course, you got this big one here. And then this one, you can see the rough texture on it. I had to spray it with water before it cured. Knock the cement out from away from the grains of sand. I really like that one. And of course, a couple of round ones I made a little while back. And a couple of rectangle ones. This one has a little different shape. And again, I sprayed it with the water, a little sprayer to make the texture a little bit rougher like that. And there's none of them I made a really perfect finish on. Well, that one with the 5 trees over there is a pretty close to perfect, but not perfect. It's probably about as good as this little small pot here, and that's about 6 by 8, 6 by 9. I like to make a couple more of those. I'm just about out of cement, so I'm going to quit making them. And I think I got enough to keep me busy for a while. That one's got some of the metal showing in it. And that piece of metal there is already started to rust, which is kind of cool. And y'all remember this kind of an oval shaped pot here. Has a really nice cracks in the patina. Trying to keep the camera still so it's not, doesn't jerk around, it's not wavy or make you seasick. And of course this one is kind of like that one over there. And feet are different, whereas that one, this one here, still has this part of the, and I just knocked out the center here. It is kind of like a scallop. In these pots, I only put just a coat of polyurethane on them, exterior polyurethane on both of these. You can see that's 1 inch, and then that would be, whoops, and that would be 2 inches. So each grown-up's finger joint is just pretty close to exactly 1 inch. So 2 inches, 2 inches deep. This one right here is almost 3 inches deep. This one is 1.5 inches deep. That one right there is about 2 inches. This one here is about 3 inches. That's about 2 inches. So I got some shallow ones, I got some deep ones. And this is a tree that I pulled out of the flower bed. I'm gonna wire it up. It's already doing some kind of unique dance of its own. Those are Persian limes, but I don't think those cuttings will make it. Let's go this way. Oh wait, there's my wild junipers here and here. And then that's American beautyberry sticking up out of those little pots of tomatoes. And this is one of my fig, well actually there's 2 fig cuttings here. Then you got some here that waiting to see if they live or don't live. This is my air layer. We're gonna really hope that it makes it. I appreciate y'all watching. Hit that thumbs up and leave a comment or ask a question. Later.